Okay.
Yeah, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from United States of America. And today, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from.
Battery 90%.
So today, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and this is Chinedu Anichi.
Battery 90%. Battery 90%.
So today, hello. Oh my God. So today we'll have a big guest in the house, and today we thank God that she's already in the studio, showing a lot of punctuality, and today we'll be discussing a topic on ability in disability. And today we made efforts to get for you a professor, the first African professor of creativity, and the professor is live here. She's a woman, she's married, and she's a Christian. She fears God. Anyway, she will tell you all that when she comes out. So today, we are lucky and privileged to have Professor Mrs. Vicky of Department of Special Education, University of Nigeria, Soka. She will be taking us on ability in disability because she has been doing a lot in that field. And today, we will see at the end, how do we come in? Do we help her or what? So it's a clarion call wherever you are, those on Instagram, those on YouTube, those on Facebook, wherever you are watching, share this live video. I want you to organize what we call, just host a watch party with your friends, bring in your friends to watch this professor, a lady who is doing these exploits. Normally, you should be paid to come and talk to us, but today, from her internal disposition of generosity, as a mother who cares, she is here live. And let me have the privilege to bring here Professor Mrs. Vicky Ono. Mommy, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be here with you live, talking to our people, reaching out to people. Let me start with my little history. I started as the last born, of a family of 6. I was the last child. That wasn't funny. Each time they were to distribute like meat or biscuit or something, they will start from the top, the head will take first, second, third. And as they're taking all of this, and I'll be counting and say, what are they really doing? And by the time the last one is to be taken by myself, I look at myself, I fall down and begin to cry. I say, no way. I'm not going to let the world cheat me. I'm not going to sit back and let people go ahead of me. That has been my determination from right from when I was small. God has been very faithful. My dad died when I was less than 9 years old. I had a mother who was very resilient, a very hardworking mother, a determined mother. I mean, without paper qualification, she was a cook, she was a contractor, a dressmaker. She sings. I mean, full of life. And she had a very large heart. Everyone was welcome in her home. In short, I grew up in Lagos, and then after the war, we went to Kano. So I speak Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. Mogba Yoruba dada. Najin Hausa sosai. Abu monyi Igbo. So I try to throw this open to all of us that as many things that you can lay your hands on. Go ahead, catch it. So growing up, working through life, it wasn't easy. I mean, my first salary was 330 naira, and my husband's own was 360 naira. But in spite of this, we made up our minds that we're not going to allow ourselves to be stopped by the happenings. I mean, the Igbo people said, Mbelede keji madike. Within this period, we had to continue, go ahead, and then we went ahead and had our masters. From masters, I went on one of those days. I was just going on to go and visit somebody on campus when I met a lady, well dressed, and I asked her, I said, where are you going to? Where are you coming from? I mean, looking at myself and looking at her, I said, there must be something in this woman. I had a principle, and I still hold on to that principle. Make sure you get all that you can get from it. I asked her, where are you working? She said, U.S. Embassy. U.S. Embassy? Huh. Are you the ones who send people to America? She said, yes. Do you want to go to America? I said, yes. I filled the form. And when they asked me, what are you doing? I said, I want to find out the difference between the black child and the white child. Of course, I was given the Fulbright grant. And when I went there, honestly speaking, I went through the school system and I found out that there are two types of schools. One for those, they say, come on, P, you can make it. Come on, go on. And then there's the other one that when they ring the bell, you have to be on your toes. I had to ask the instructor, I said, why the discrepancy? And he told me, he said, these ones are the leaders. I brought that down. Having finished my stay in the US, I came down to Nigeria here, and together with my husband, we started a school we call Shalom Schools Limited, where we have school for the poor, the middle class, and the high class. And what are we doing? Raising gifted, talented, and creative children. Not just that. While in the US, I found out that there a group of people who were dedicated to training others. I attended the program, the World Creativity Program. Of course, I was the first coming from Africa. I said, no way, I'm not going to let it lie low. I came back to Nigeria, and each year, but for the happenings that has like kind of slowed it down, every year in those days, I used to go with about 10 people to the US. And the large-heartedness of those people, they allowed our people to be trained in the area of creativity. My people, creativity rules the world. Without creativity, you cannot go far. What is creativity? Idea. The Igbo people said, idea bakolu. Idea is your handwork. And they said, necessity is the mother of all inventions. If there's no problem that you want to solve, how can you begin to think of ideas? But do you know there are people who sit down in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the night, thinking of how do we make this thing work? How do we improve our society? Why should we continue to do the same thing we are used to doing? Yes, there's a slang that said, if we keep doing what we are doing, we will be where we've always been. Therefore, since I came back, I said to myself, this man they call Fulbright, he didn't know my father, he didn't know my mother. All thanks to the US Embassy. They gave me that opportunity. Oh no, I'm coming back to pay back to the community. Apart from Shalom Schools Limited, we have the Skill Acquisition Center where out of school youths, instead of roaming the streets, disturbing people, they come to at the gate of the first gate of the university. They come there and they learn skills free and eat lunch every day. Now, that is Shalom's contribution to the world. Not just that, even the special school, because I had to ask the former local government chairman, I asked him, I said, please, Honorable Tony, tell me, where do we keep children with special needs in Nsukka? And he said, what idea do you have? I said, we have a place where there's virtually nothing going on there. Can we use that place? My people, my first 4 years' salaries went into them. I'm proud today when I see those children, learning sign language, those children happily coming to school, That is something we can do. Everybody can do something. Everybody can do something. Just like what what I'm talking about. There is currently a family in Nsukka with 3 people, 3 of them on wheelchair. In short, 2 cannot even climb the wheelchair. It's only 1 that's on wheelchair. 1 is totally paralyzed and blind. The other one is paralyzed, and then the other one is on wheelchair, making 3 plus a blind father. Here in Ehalomona, I've been calling and pleading with people. Let me ask us this question. How much chicken can a man really eat? You know, when people die, they come and sing, only remember, only remember, only remember by what you have done. It is when you are alive that you can do those things. It's when you are alive that you can contribute into human lives. We can move our society forward. We can establish a creativity center. Working in the university, like I said, I'm the first female professor of creativity in Africa. My dream is to establish a creativity center in almost all the universities in Nigeria. If we have a creativity center, that's what others are doing. While there will be people underground working. We don't wait for the trouble to come to us before we begin to look for solutions to solve the problem. If we get people, creative people, we can train them. We are willing. I have packages that one has worked on that we can use to raise creative children in Nigeria. I am trying to mobilize. I'm trying to encourage you. You're listening to me today. Please don't just fold your arms. You can do something. We can encourage these young ones. Even if we say that our own age has passed. But what about those younger ones coming behind? We can do something. Creativity is about idea generation. And idea is handwork. Thank God, recently, our president said they are going to include skill acquisition into our school. It's belated. Everybody, every normal human being has more than 100 billion brain cells. More than 100 billion. The best human being on earth right now is using less than 10% of that brain cell. So what are you doing with your own? Someone said, and I want to quote him. I don't want to quote his name, because when somebody tells you that your cloth is smelling, you should smell it and see whether what he's saying is true. And if it is true, go and wash your clothes. Someone said that Africans have brought down their thinking cap. We've brought down our thinking caps, and we are allowing the whole world to think for us. We are allowing the whole world to think for us. What can we do? We should make the environment very stimulating. Make our classrooms not just theoretical classroom. Let there be practical hands-on. We can do so much, so much, so much. If there's no problem, then there'll be no need for solution. The more the problem, the more ideas that one can generate to solve those problems. So I am encouraging each and every one of us. Creativity is for every human being. And I want to say to you this evening, there's one more thing I want to say to you this evening. When a Black child is born, research has proved that the Black child is born very precautious. When you hear that child shouting, yeah, yeah, he's saying, what am I doing here? Tell me what you want me to do. I want to do something. Give me something to do. And the question is, what have we prepared for this young child to do? What are the challenges? What are we encouraging them to do? Failing to give them something to do, they find something to do themselves. That's why one of the latest things I'm working on right now is what I call creativity and character. It balances out. Because creativity means that what you are producing will be of value to the society and to people. So if you say you are creative and you are negatively creative, causing people to cry, instead of bringing joy to people's hearts, instead of helping the society, instead of correcting or eradicating negative things in the society, then I don't think you are creative. Creativity goes with character. Only those with character. And what are those characters? I have what I call about, is it 15 Ds? Diligence, determination, discipline, just defer pleasure, dream. Every child should be encouraged to have a dream. You know, there's so much that if we can just work with our children, encourage them, then there's a future for the nation. There's a future for the nation. Nigeria has
Yes, mommy, it's great, and I'm listening to you with every amount of rapt attention, and it shows that you're really rooted in what you're talking about. It shows that it can really be referred to as an authority in what you're talking about. It shows that you're really the first female professor of creativity in Africa. So one of the reasons why we bring people to this show, it's not just about having to do social media. No, these are social media. This my platform is a ministry. We use it to communicate values. We use it to communicate consciousness or divinity, getting involved in humanity. We use it to communicate good morals. Today on your area, we are using it to communicate the certainty or the conviction there is ability, even in disability. That those who are on this field, that those who don't have anything doing, or they feel to be physically challenged, they still have something they can create. They still have impact they can create. Like here in US where we are, no matter your condition, you must have something doing. You go to work. They give you the work that suits your condition, and you'll be working. So, mommy, you are really doing great. And but for today, you know, I have to do an interview. One of the interviews is that, can you, you know, people might be saying, you know, a lot of people are existing now. There's even a professor in US that is married to another woman. He's an Igbo lady. I don't want to mention her name. So he married to another woman and is propagating it. So, mommy, I want you to give us a background of, I am this, I am married to this person, I am this, me and what. I want you to give me a family introduction to our viewers, so that why we do all these things is that a lot of people come with an ideology that contradicts our Christian faith. So we really want people to know who is talking and the background is coming from, family background. Because the highest attack the devil is doing now is that the devil is attacking families. And you know, family is the most fundamental unit of our society. Whatever is produced in the family is what manifests in the larger society. Thank you.
That is, in short, that brings one to a real situation whereby we really need to get someone to think. A thinking nation is a leading nation. Really needs to get someone to think. The biggest thing the enemy has done so far is to make sure that it destroys the family. If a man marries a man, for heaven's sake, how will they reprocreate? If a woman marries a woman, is that the normal thing? Let me ask you, I thought they said in science that like terms, what do? It repels. When a male fowl and a male fowl, have you ever seen two of them stay together? What do? They break each other's head. They keep fighting until one has to go away. It is unlike terms that attract. When you see two birds going, watch them very closely. You will see a male and a female. Are we now changing our science? Are we now changing our science? You know, that's what I'm talking about when I mean negative creativity. When people just decide, like somebody with, you know, when we were growing up, we had such young people among us. Someone will deliberately get a nail, pick a lizard, and start hitting that lizard with the nail. When you ask the child, why are you doing what you say? I want to see how this lizard will cry. Someone would deliberately want to reverse what should never be reversed. You know what? I have a lesson for such people. I have what I call A, B, C. That's the simplest thing people learn in school. Is it not true? Now, what does A stand for? Analyze. Before you do what you are doing, please think about it. Seriously analyze what you want to do. Because B is your behavior, that's your action. You have control over A and B. But let me tell you, you don't have control over C, which is the consequence. Go and find.
Mommy, that particular we call for that kind of this. Okay.
What you want to do. Because B is your behavior, that's your action. You have control over A and B. But let me tell you, you don't have control over C, which is the consequence. Go and find. I can't hear you.
Oh God. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Sure, sure.
So what we want you to, we will treat that topic for another day. Today is just, we want just people to know that you're a family person, and despite all these achievements and whatever you're doing, you are doing it with your husband and you're doing it for family. You know where we are. We try to bring the knowledge of people that they can still achieve any kind of thing in this world, staying together in a family. So that is a way of mine. But because of why we are here today, Mommy, you have taught us about creativity. You have taught us other things. But what is it that triggered you into going into like helping the disabled people or creating a niche for yourself just on this very special students or special kind of people who are physically challenged? What is the propelling force? Where did this idea emanate from?
Okay. Like you rightly said, I am happily married. This is my 37th year of marriage. By God's grace, blessed with 3 children. We were 4 until now. We have 3 twins, 2 twins and a boy. These 2 boys are running the school in Enugu, where they are working on that's Shalom Science and Technology, Academy in Enugu. And then the other girl, the twin, she's a pharmacist. This is our 37th year of marriage, where we help humanity. Now, what's the passion? Why working with people with special needs? When I was growing up, some of the things that touched me most was when I saw the disabled, when I saw people who are poor, when I saw people who are struggling. Like I said, my father died when I was 9 years old, and my husband lost his own father when he was 4 years old. So he himself was brought up by a mother who cared. In spite of all the situation, the woman made up her mind that her children were going to progress. And having walked through life, Like I said again, seeing a man called Fulbright, who didn't know my father, didn't know my mother, gave me scholarship. He's not even from my tribe. I said, no. What else can we do? Now, I had even finished my master's in educational psychology when I met Professor W.J. Kalu Wilhelmina, a Ghanaian, married by an Igbo woman, by an Igbo man. Her passion for gifted and talented children. The way she was speaking, telling me, I remembered, I went back to my background. I remember when we were growing up, any little thing, they call gifted and talented children ITK. I too know. They are despised, they are pushed aside, people go against them. And then when you look at people who are visually impaired or hearing impaired, that's people who can't see and those who can't hear. The parents will lock them up in the room. Like when we started the school, CASIN, Center for Academic and Vocational Training for Children with Special Needs, we had to go from house to house to pray, to plead with parents to release their children. I was discussing with this, we just started the secondary school this year, after 2-3 years of pleading with the government to start the secondary school. You can't believe it. I was discussing with the teacher. The teacher said, no book, no uniform, nothing. The parents wouldn't, like they said, those who are carrying cowpea have not yet been attended to. Is it those who are carrying fermented cassava? So you understand that the other children have not yet fully received attention that they deserve. Then talk about this one. So we are advocates. We are advocating that people should help us. We are advocating, calling the attention of people. The passion. And you know what? Like what happened in our university, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, some years back. I will never forget this boy they call Abilitiy. Abilitiy was visually impaired, but Abilitiy turned out to be the best graduating student in our department that year. So you can imagine that somebody does not have his sight does not mean his brain is not working. That somebody is not hearing does not mean that the 100 billion brain cells is not functional. What we do is whatever is remaining, we utilize it. You help the child to achieve to the best of his ability. That is what we call ability in disability. You can be sure some of these people who are, maybe crippled, like one of the people I was talking about, Edwin, with 3 brothers. Edwin, without his legs, on wheelchair, he's running a farm, chicken farm that I started, with him. And you come and see the excitement, the way he feeds the birds, the only thing is that the accommodation is so poor, they have to, we need to stand up and help our people who have special needs. When God, like in Nsukka will say, if it comes to your house, disability does not have a permanent address. I will tell you a short story. A woman was standing by the roadside, and then a child that was limping, came towards her and said, "Auntie, please help me to cross the road." And she looked at herself, how she was well dressed, and then she looked at the child, and as she was looking at the child, she made the mistake of crossing the road. Of course, guess what happened? Then she laid on the floor there, and the boy limped towards her. Auntie, sorry. Auntie, sorry. And you see, who is now lying down? Who is now disabled? Disability does not have a permanent address. So if you see any disabled person that you can for them, then we're talking about, in Africa, gifted, talented, and creative children. Where do we keep them? Where are they? There's a program that we run in the university, special needs education. We call it, Life for Life. We're trying to do 3 months program, because if we say that place where we have kept them is correctional center, then we should train them to have to know something about character, and then to know how to move on with their creativity. The idea is not to kill the person. The idea is to call a program in the prison where we call creativity versus character. Some of these children can develop to benefit, what they can develop to benefit the nation. A creative man is a opportunity to create positively. Which one is our choice as a nation?
Wow. Wow, this is mind blowing. My people, I hope you're listening. Henry, Raluchi, Ijoma, Okoyemeka, Amaka Blaze, yeah, Wachuku Chimaza, a lot of you, Snakes, Ifoma Gift Emmanuel, Jennifer Ofoka, Aguhara, a lot of you, rejoice forever. So all of you who are watching on Facebook and those who are watching on Instagram, let me look at my Instagram people. Yes. Chuku Ebuka, OJ Caleb, Chase
And
Johnson.
that will also make me move into,
So, my people,
the curriculum. The curriculum we are running right now in education, the curriculum is terrible. We have destroyed.
hello, mommy, are you hearing me? Yeah, network. Her network is bad, but we are going to call her back. She's coming back. Her network seems to be bad, but she'll be fully back. And my people, you are listening to Professor Mrs. Vicky Onu, the first professor of creativity in Africa, and the professor in charge of this education. So, yeah, you're back. Okay. Can you hear me now, Mom?
Yes. Sure, I can. Sure.
Okay. So what we are saying is that you have really educated us on this matter, and this thing is a very big passion. So I want you, like, we are having people that are listening to you. I want you to systematically articulate how many areas, how many establishments, how many platforms do you have that if any of our listeners wish like helping you people, which you will choose the area that you can come in, because you mentioned a lot of things. Let us articulately mention those areas that you have been helping humanity and which any of us that you purchase to help could come and help. Did you hear me, Mom? Wow. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Network. Nigeria network. Terrible.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Mom.
Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we have, okay, we have the special school. We have the special school. You know, we call it Center for Academic and Vocational Training for Students with Special Needs. It is located at GRA in Nsukka. Yeah, we have children there. We're trying to see if we can get a bus because there are many children who are located in the rural area, don't have any. Then we also have mattress for the school. We also have some professionals that, you know, we need some materials to work with in the school. We do not have desks and tables, but we're putting up with what we have right now. Above all like that, we're under the disability center we'll have the creativity center. Anybody who is willing to give us a disability center in his own name, on the name of the family, we are willing to, you know, to go. We already have a space, we have a land, we have the piece of land, you know, that if the person comes today, University of Nigeria and Nsukka will give that person the space to put up that structure and put his name there. What we want is liquid content only. Then we also have what we call the disability fund. The disability fund is the fund that we want to use. For instance, this family that I just mentioned, with three, you know, people who are crippled, 2 are blind, you know, the father and one of the children are blind. And then there's only one woman who takes care of these children in one room, one small apartment. This woman, sure, one of the things that made my heart to bleed about 2 weeks ago was that this woman was hospitalized for 3 days. And when I visited the family, in these 3 days, they had not had their bath. There was no food for them. There was no water. Oh my God. You can imagine. No toilet. This woman is the one that carries these people to go outside. She's the one that gives that baths them. She's the one that does the cooking. I am pleading with anybody that has this. Here, if you care, we'll give you their phone number. You can talk with them. You can visit the family. You will see with your eye. I bet you when you see this family, you will cry. When you see this family, you will cry. And not just them. If we have, you know, if we set up like a disability fund, when we meet any disabled child that needs assistance, then we'll be able to assist them. Like I said, we have a creativity center where people come to learn these skills free and they eat lunch. Anybody who wants to contribute is free to. Because what I ask myself is that when God has given you such a privilege in life, the next thing He expects you to do is to reach out to others. And you know what? God pays. He rewards. He said, when you give to the poor, you are lending to His maker. But when you mock the poor, you are mocking His maker. And you know what? What does it mean to mock God? I don't think anybody wants to mock God. Because God won't take it funny. It won't take it easy. So I'm encouraging as many people as will be motivated, as will be, you know, passionate to join us. Please join this bus. We are working for humanity, not for the benefit. What is it in this life? We came to this world with clenched fists. When we are going, we open our hands, say, nothing in my hand. I can't hear you.
Mommy, I know that you are a co-founder of Shalom Academy. And Shalom
Yes.
Academy has shown a lot of excellence. You can't hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So I said Shalom Academy has shown a lot of excellence academically when it comes to state. I've seen awards kids have gotten. Even my younger brother, Luke, and it went to Shalom Academy. And today I know who he is when it comes to academics. So this kind of standard you people set in Shalom Academy, how did it come about? And how is this standard sustained with the nosediving of economy and the choking angry finger of decadence in the society?
Yes, like I said, you know, when I came to the US, I came to find out the difference between the black child and the white child, and I found out it was thinking skills. Thinking that when a child is motivated to think, there's no end to what that child can build and what he can become in the future. I give that is all the glory to God, and I say a big thank you to United States of America, the Fulbright program. Going there, I watched how the children there were motivated to learn. Not just that, coming back home, we looked at what they were doing at Israel. We looked at what they are doing in China. We looked at what they're doing in America, what they're doing in UK. And then we built our own program. We adapted, we borrowed. You know, one of the things about creativity is you look at what others have done. You add to it. You add to it. You improve on it. So we, again, like I said, looking at what the future holds for every normal human being, you know, like my mom will always say, that you will not always have the adults around you forever. Therefore, everything that you need to know, starting with the word, the first word, the fear of God, and secondly, discipline. I have a slang. The harder the core, the higher the flight. The more disciplined a child is, the higher he will go, the more he will accomplish. Discipline is the key word. God has helped us to put together, working together with my husband and a team of people who are passionate about Nigerian children. You know, these children are made to, number one, take responsibility. Everything in this life is about choice. You have a right. Do you want to go to the right way? Do you want to go the left way? Do you want to become a doctor? Do you want to become a nurse? Do you want to become a lawyer? Anything you want to be in life, these children are taught that very early. And they are allowed, you know, to make a decision. We only guide. In Shalom Schools Limited, we guide the children to think. Like I said, every day they come to school, every day you have to put on, you know, things can go wrong. So we get the children, they play, thinking, they sleep, thinking, they dance, thinking, because we do all. We sing, we play, we build, like the song. We sing, Shalom School, the hope of the world forever. Shalom School, our future, now hope forever. Shalom School is based on love. Shalom School will teach us to love all mankind. Shalom School will lead us to Christ forever. Shalom School, my love is with thee. Now, with an open heart, the child learns to accept everybody. In that school, we have the rich, we have the poor, we have the orphans who are on scholarship, we have missionaries' children, We have people who cannot even pay their fees. Just like the best graduating student some years back, Cynthia Ali, coming from Enugu-Ezike, she made it in Nigeria. Of course, everybody had to go and know where Enugu-Ezike is because of that girl. And that's what we tell every child. You know you can. There's this song that I learned when I was growing up in the 60s. Of course, I'm not a young child any longer. The song of the train. No matter the height, no matter the struggle, no matter the difficulty, the train will sing, I think I can, I think I can, I've got to reach the top. I'm sure I can, I will get there. I simply must not stop. And when the train has gotten to the level, you say, I knew I could do it. I knew I could win. Oh, rikiti rakati rak. We teach that song to the children. You can do it. We get them to put their hands in their pocket and throw away can't. After all, can will come before can't. So they should pick can first before they think of can't. I can do it. The truth about it is that all normal human beings has more than 100 billion brain cells. Whether you are green or blue or black or yellow or green, they get that in their brain cell. They get it early enough to know that they can do it. So wherever they find themselves, it doesn't matter who is talking to them. It doesn't matter before whom they are standing. They follow principles of life, godly principles. They follow diligence and determination. Of course, we normally will tell them, see you at the top. Just like the current jump that just got finished recently, only 4 children out of 96 children got below 200. Because these children have been inside the school since September. They had their Christmas there, they had their New Year there, they had their Easter, because they've been eating all of these things since how many years? What will happen? What will go wrong if they stay back in school and read? We work with time, and the children have to work with time too. Lest I forget, one of the things also that has helped my life, when I came to the US, I was told that the next bus was supposed to leave at 12 o'clock. Of course, a few minutes to 12, I started walking, casually. I saw the bus. The driver just looked at me and zoomed off. I was wondering, I said, why didn't he wait? I asked, when is the next bus? They said in 2 hours' time. I went, to one of the shopping malls there. And then just about 5 minutes to the time, when I got to the station, the bus had left. I said, what kind of thing? What's happening to these people? I learned the greatest lesson in my life. Time waits for no man. Do you know what I did? I now went to a computer center, and 30 minutes before the next bus, I was standing at the bus station. You know what? This man came in 10 minutes before the actual time, and the man left 5 minutes. When I got into the bus and I asked him, and he said, you know what? People are waiting at the next station. So you gotta come in and then sit down for me to move on and pick the other people who are waiting. My brother, since then, in Shalom, if you don't come into school by 7:20, you're on your own. School starts by 7 o'clock, and by 7:20, the gate is closed for the day. Time waits for nobody. And I'm using this to tell everybody, time waits for nobody. There's an early time when you are, a young child, everybody cares about you. You are a young person now. Listen to me. Think about what you want to do with your life. Don't waste it. Because when you get to my age now, if you say all your assets go, I'm sure before I stand up from where I'm kneeling down, before I get up, you must have gotten to where you're going. So there's the early morning, there's the afternoon, and there's the evening. If you don't want to regret, make sure you don't waste time.
Yeah, mommy, thank you. This is mind-blowing. If you see the reaction of people from comment section, and you know that people are really, they are really touched. that sincerely touched. Um, the point you have told us that anybody that is disabled is not written off. That he has something he can do. That all we need is to help.
Yes.
Help. By way
Mm.
of creativity, we can establish what will sustain and consolidate their existence. And that is your passionate
Mm.
appeal. In the second step, you
Sure.
taught us about morality and
Mm.
morality, love for family, and then discipline as part of the
Mm.
secret why Shalom has continued to succeed. You know,
Mm.
you also told us that creativity is all about getting what others are doing and improving on it. You
Mm.
let us know in this platform today how you went to US, how you went to UK, how you borrowed idea from China, how you borrowed from Israel, then use African orientation, traditional orientation to to package it and bring it forth as Shalom and other extensions of Shalom Academy. If I am right, you have done all this. What is the role of your husband as you achieve all
Ah,
these things?
Oga is Oga. Oh. Oga is the one in charge of all these schools. As you can see, I am in the university training others to follow suit. But my husband is the administrator. In short, his own, there's something quickly. Let me say, we have the left brain and we have the right brain. The people who are left brained are the analytical people. That's where my husband falls in. They're the ones who follow processes. They organize things. In short, that's the kind of leaders we need in Nigeria. Leaders who can analyze, leaders who can pen down, the processes they want to follow. That's my husband. He is in charge of all these administrative. In short, do you know what? One thing that is baffling is that these children are shocked when he calls their names. Like in some of the schools, like Shalom Academy, you'll be shocked when he sees you today, tomorrow he will call your name. In the other schools too, he knows them. But above all, we work with a team. My husband is the team manager. I just stay by his side though with my creativity. But my oga is the analytical one. He's the oga. I call him oga sir. Na him be oga, and he is very good at it. Not only is he doing that, he's also raising others. He trains every 3 months. He trains the people because his success without successor is outright failure. If you know the number of people my husband have trained, even we allow other schools to come and copy. We train them. Because how much can you take in the world? We train other schools. Because if it is okay with you, you are okay, I'm okay, the world will keep on moving on. So we encourage others and we train other teachers. That's my husband's job. He trains them. His own IQ is far, far bigger than my own. Me na creativity. He own na real analytical processes, administrative, financial guru. Now you see so. Yeah, so I respect my oga. Na him be oga na oga. Yeah.
Yeah, Oga Noga is the punchline.
Oga na
Una
oga.
dey
Oh,
hear
yes.
am? People like this, you can see mommy is on low cut, just like Okonji Wala. Mommy is on low cut, just like late Barack, my has also rest in peace. Mommy is, you see, if you see women who are virtuous women who believe in family, you see, with all that she's achieving and she has achieved, I just threw this question and you saw how she brought her husband to the center and the front line. That is our advocate today for people to continue to respect family bond. You know, you people are very close to my house. And growing up, I've
Mm.
always seen you people like to love birds. When you take your walk in the evening, I always see you. I know you.
Mm.
You know me, but you didn't know me
Mm.
when I was growing because I wasn't brought up at home. So you only might know my younger ones. So that has
Mm.
you people are very serious encouragement.
Mm.
You have been real mentors to people, and you don't know how many disciples you have made outside. So keep it up, mommy. And we are trying to round up what we are saying today. I want you to say a message to Nigerians with the kind of condition, with the kind of um,
Mm.
nosediving economic situation, kind of decadence in morality. But before that, self, mommy, I want to ask you something. As a teacher, as an administrator, what do you think
Mm.
is the adverse effect, or you can balance the positive and negative effect of social media in the society?
Mm. You see, I have a slang. I say, the world walked, the world ate, the world is playing. Nigerians have not walked. Nigerians are hungry. We can't afford to play. The social media can be positively used. I have some young people who are undergoing serious training, like the one on AI, the one even on creativity, thinking skills, and other programs that people are going online to learn. But other people are, oh my God, when you put that plug in your ears 247 and it continues to ring, my dear, you are already booking for what is called dementia in the future. Not just that, even mental illness, because that ringing will continue to ring in your ear till you die. Let me talk to us as Nigerians. We do not have two countries like Nigeria. Check all the minerals we have in the world. How many do we not have in Nigeria? Almost every soil in Nigeria is blessed. But when we have brought down our thinking cap and we allow people to utilize us to destroy our own country, that's why I said the beginning point is to get everybody to be God-fearing. That's number one. Number two, there are two extremes. Extreme discipline and the extreme looseness. Look, if instead of extreme looseness as what we are seeing now, let us take the extreme discipline. When children were disciplined, which we call the old school, what can we say? That was why some of the benefits we are reaping today came to be in Nigeria. Now that the new school has come, where no respect, no regard for law, no humility, teachable spirit gone, arrogance. You will see somebody the hair, put lipstick, put a thinking nation is a leading nation. My people think. And you know what? We can make it. We can do it. Nigeria is a blessed country. If we sit down and get the right people to sit down and put together programs for this country, no other country will see our back. Nigeria is a blessed country. Let's not waste the resources. Let's not waste our talents. Look at our children, beautiful children, highly talented, highly creative. May we go on to help this nation by training them. Please, if you are in leadership, remember, success without a successor is outright failure. Without continuity in what is right, the nation is destroyed. We have it. Let's bring it to to 4. Let's give these people or these children opportunity. Let's provide for our youths. Let's provide for our youth. We will not always be here. Let's not lose these children. I am pleading with us. Mothers, arise. Let us pray. Let's call upon God that we will turn around and do what is best for our children. Being Nigerians, our nation will benefit from you. You will not be destroyed. We will not use our hand to destroy you in the name of Jesus. The Lord will keep you. He will protect you. He will provide for you. One day, this country will turn around and provide a platform for you to show your best. And the Lord will keep you till then, in Jesus'
Amen. Amen. Yeah, mommy, that's great. I will hear from you. And we'll be rounding up. It's 1 hour already, a minute after 1 hour, and it's a 1 hour program. So thank you for coming, Professor Mrs. Vicky Onu, Professor of Creativity, first female Professor of Creativity in Africa. I think we are blessed to have you. The co-founder of Shalom Academy, co-founder of this and that. If you see her on the road, humility personified, consciousness, sound morality, love for humanity, love for the poor. In fact, you are another Mother Teresa of Nsukka Zone. So may God continue to bless you and bless your husband and bless all your kids, because all the Shalom people, if you see comments here, people who have passed through Shalom, yes, they are commenting here. They say, "Mommy, hey, we miss you. What of that?" Just let me just bring up one. Look at this comment. Say, "Good evening, mommy. You are such a good person from the days of Shalom. I really missed you. Hope daddy is great too." You know, you have children all over the world and they are watching. They are watching Chinedu TV from all over the world, and they are seeing you today again. I want to make an offer. Anything you think you want to communicate to the world, I offer this platform for you anytime, any day, and on zero cash, just like I've been doing before. You're a mother to all of us, and we continue to. But before we draw the curtain down, tell me, what will you tell the world from the little interaction and what you have seen this TV do? What will you tell the world about Chinedu TV?
Hey, what I want to tell them is that no hope is lost. No person is too small to make an impact. If you know the number of people who have decided to watch to make an impact, if you know the number of people who have decided to make an just this program, and they have been watching, will continue to patronize this television. And I'm encouraging us. If anybody can encourage our brother, please do. Please do. He is doing his best. If we can get 20 people doing the same thing for this country, I think we will move forward. Because if you are not informed, you will be deformed. What he is doing is providing information worldwide to everybody who cares to listen. Please, let us encourage him. Thank you very much. I am highly privileged to be on this show, and I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you.
Mommy, you yes, mommy, thank you for coming. I thank every other person, those who followed us on Instagram. Those of you on Instagram, I cannot mention your name, you're too much. Those of you on YouTube, and those of you on Facebook, please. And those who will be watching, my own plea is that I want this communication to have impact in the sense that we create, and the post I'm going to make, another post I'm going to make about what they are doing. The video is already with me. The video, I'll put phone numbers, contact, and email of mommy and their association, and anybody who feels any part of the world to reach them. And if you are challenged getting to them, you can get to me. If you get to me, you are getting to them. But I'm going to send direct numbers you can use to contact them. Please, my people, let's have an impact, no matter how small. If it's a wheelchair, if it's the money, if it's a mattress, if it is even phone call, even if it's visit, and you take some provisions and go to mommy's office, tell them this provision, support your people with it, yeah, so that life go on. So we rise by lifting others. What I do, humanity is at the center of what I do. Don't wait for Big Kubana, don't wait for Jawazaza. Don't wait for Dangote. We are all destiny helpers in our own unique way. So today I'm calling on all my followers all over the world, and those who are listening on Instagram, those on YouTube, that this is the place to go. I don't know about other people and their church preaching. That's what my own understanding of sowing is. A seed that changes people's life is a generational seed. A generational seed. You know, the reward does not end. When you sow a seed to somebody who cannot reward you, if God turns around, you know, sin is the most annoying thing to God. But to tell you how it does not encourage sin, but to tell you how God values people sowing a seed in the life of people. Say, alms giving covereth a lot of sin. Alms giving. So let us donate generously, and I'm going to make the video and post so that I will put the phone number, the email address of mommy and their team. Mommy, also, I want to use this opportunity to thank your media team for what they have been doing, especially your boy that is in charge. You have been building people in different corners. So keep doing well. Extend my greeting to Daddy. Hey, Daddy, that his boy is doing well in the United States. One of these days, he might be privileged to come and talk to us also on this platform.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
So, my people, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrities here. So, and today we have Professor Victoria Onu, Professor Mrs. Victoria Onu of Special Education University of Nigeria, the first African professor of creativity. So, God bless you, mommy. God bless everybody for listening. Remember, after 1 hour by 8 o'clock, we'll be having another guest, an actress, a trending actress in Nigeria. That's Mary Ann, who is coming on this show to talk about don't fake it, go and make it. Don't fake it, go and make it. An actress in Nigeria, we are privileged to bring them to you. The next 1 hour by 8 o'clock Nigeria time, she will be on the show. God bless you. Remember, we rise by lifting others. And my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity, African voice in diaspora. I love you.
Yes, bye. Bye.